Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2023 Chevy Traverse LT.
And a big thanks to Raul at Furman Chevy in Brandon, Florida for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and that's for Raul.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Traverse has been Chevrolet's mid-size three-row crossover SUV since 2009, the successor to the old Trailblazer, which is on a body-on-frame platform. The Traverse is on a unibody platform, sitting on the same platform as the GMC Acadia, Buick Conclave, and now the Cadillac XT6. The second generation Traverse that you see here was released in 2018, facelifted for 2022, and there are a couple updates here for 2023, featuring a new steering wheel on all trims from the LT and up, which is leather wrapped, and a leather wrap shifter too. All 2023 Chevy Traverses come equipped with GM's 3.6-liter V6, which makes very good power at 310 horsepower, 266 pound-feet of torque. Class leading for a naturally aspirated V6 for the segment. Made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission, getting about 18 miles per gallon in the city, 27 on the highway. Between 21 and 23 combined, you can tow up to 5,000 pounds, available in either front-wheel drive or a premium of $2,000 for all-wheel drive, starting with the LS, which starts at $35,915 for 2023. Coming standard with 8 seats, LED headlamps, heated power mirrors, and a 7-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You upgrade about $2,500 to the LT cloth trim that you see here, coming standard with 18-inch silver rims, lane departure warning, blind zone detection, rear cross traffic alert, power driver seat with lumbar control, and you have a choice between 7 or 8 passenger seating. You can upgrade an additional about $3,500 to the LT leather, which of course gets leather seats, 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, power passenger seat, an upgraded 4.2-inch driver display too, which is an upgrade from a 3.5-inch display, so really not the biggest upgrade. The RS trim level sits closer to the top trim at $46,480. Now we get the black 20-inch rims. We get the black 20-inch rims here, but it's a $2,000 option, where for the RS it comes standard. We get a 360-degree camera, Chevrolet Infotainment 3, 120-volt AC outlet, and a premium Bose sound system. At $48,595 after destination. All these prices are after destination. We get the Premier trim, which features a standard hands-free tailgate, 20-inch aluminum alloy wheels, memory seats, power tilt and telescoping steering wheel too, and the top of the line High Country starts at $53,595. So approaching Cadillac territory, we get a 2-panel moonroof, 20-inch polished aluminum wheels, tow hitch standard, power rear seats also standard. But again, this is the LT trim level, the LT cloth, basically a loaded LT cloth with a total price sitting at around $41,500. What do we get for the money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your LED headlamps with the daytime running strip sitting right up top. Also an LED, the headlamp is the projector down below. Very clean look. I like the subtle chrome surrounding the front grille area. We're supposed to get a black bow tie, however, it's a dealer accessory, not currently added on this trim level, but before the vehicle is purchased, it will be put on. This black cherry metallic is also beautiful in the Florida sun. Hopefully I could pick up that metallic for you guys. Very premium looking color. We also get 2 new additional colors. It is a replacement for the old ruby red. It's the red tint coat replacement, plus an additional color. I'll leave a link to it right over here. Those are the only changes for 2023. The wheel and tire setup here, again, for the $2,000 option, we get these beautiful 20-inch black rims wrapped in Continental Cross Contact LX Eco tires. Dimensions are 255/55 R20. Very aggressive wheel and tire setup, and as you notice, 6-piece lug pattern. You don't see that for the mid-size SUV segment. We get a little bit of plastic cladding surrounding the front wheels, which is good if you take this thing off-roading, because it's just a front-wheel drive SUV. You wouldn't want rock chips all over this beautiful black cherry paint. The Traverse chrome lettering on the side. The window trim, however, isn't a shiny chrome. It's just this brushed aluminum silver look. It's not as reflective as you may think. Dark tints out rear, blacked out B-pillar, and we get cross roof rails up top too. We get some more plastic cladding for the side skirt, rocker panel area, smart access for all 4 doors. Hopefully we can get a good look at the window sticker. I know because of the sun and tints, it's going to be very tough. But we get the 2023 Chevy Traverse 1LT cloth front wheel drive with a black cherry metallic exterior, jet black interior, 3.6-liter V6, 9-speed auto. You can pause, take a look at all the standard features. I know it could be tough because of the glare. $36,745 base price before destination, $2,000 for the rims. $1,295 for the convenience and driver confidence package. It's always good to have confidence. This package includes the multicolor driver instrument info enhanced display, remote vehicle start, power rear liftgate, driver front passenger heated seats, Chevy Infotainment 3 Plus with the upgraded 8-inch HD touchscreen, voice recognition, Bluetooth audio streaming, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, universal home remote, 850 for the rear camera mirror with HD surround vision, rear camera washer, 650 for the trailering equipment with the hitch, guidance, hitch view, cooling system 2 for the transmission, roof cross rails for $395 or $335. It's tough for me to see too, guys. $275 for the interior protection package, including all-weather floor mats, front and rear, third row. All-weather floor mats are also included with an all-weather cargo mat. $5,400 in total options, totals us out to $42,145 before a $1,400 destination, closing us out at $43,540. So basically a loaded LT cloth, almost an RS in terms of actual features. We just don't get the leather seats, but we are undercutting the RS by several $1,000s. Same rear, wheel, and tire setup, smaller brake calipers, the only difference. I'm also liking the blacked out lug nuts. The gas cap is pushed to open with easy fill. You can throw 87 octane fuel into this V6. Blacked out rear hatch windows, full LED for the taillights, turn signals, and the reverse lights also LED. Traverse chrome badging, dual exhaust tip, very Camaro-esque. Same engine out of a V6 Camaro, but the exhaust tip's got that same trumpet style, which is a huge thumbs up for me. A little bit of chrome surrounding the bow tie, backup camera right beneath that, LT trim in the corner. I'm liking this rear styling too, especially with the updated rear LED taillights. But let's fire up this 3.6 liter V6, tow hitch 2 in the center, and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, that was the sound of the 3.6 liter V6 sold by Chevrolet for the 2023 Traverse. And from the interior, you really don't hear a whole lot. Very quiet motor. I'm not quite sure how it sounds on the exhaust clip quite yet. Haven't had a chance to play it back, but cranking out 310 horsepower still, 266 pound-feet of torque. With front-wheel drive, you can expect this 4,350-pound three-row SUV to get to 60 in the high 6-second range with all-wheel drive closer to the low to mid 6-second range. So very good performer. Made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission, 18 city, 27 highway MPGs. The handling, GM has been really good with handling, even for their SUVs lately. We have a aluminum stick connecting your two strut towers together. So we'll see how it is once we take it out for a drive. What you see is basically what we get. Thumbs up for the struts, even on a low LT cloth trim. We can shut this hood right up, take one last look at the front styling with the LED daytime running lights and beautiful black cherry metallic paint color. The interior, again, it's just a relatively base LT cloth, but we have just about all the features and tech you could possibly want to need. If we haven't seen, we have blind spot monitoring on the glass too, LED turn signal on it, body color with some contrast beneath. Stepping inside, we get smart access again for all 4 doors up top. Hard plastic up top, unfortunately, but it is rubberized, so good grain material with some gushy soft leather for the center and very gushy soft for the armrest itself. Some plastic trim in the center, aluminum chrome outline door handle lock and unlock. 4-way adjustable mirrors, auto one touch for the driver, solid storage compartment too. You can adjust the tailgate, so if you're a shorter driver or passenger, you can set it to 3/4 height, so it's easier to press the button for the tailgate. Solid storage too. I would expect you to fit, you might be able to fit a foot long in here if you angle it sideways behind it. It should fit a water bottle, but I would be scared to because of how deeply you have to actually insert it. I wouldn't put anything other than a closed actual bottle of water in that pocket. The seats, they're cloth, pretty basic, but they're very comfortable, fully adjustable, lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats, solid bolstering, very soft in the center, and they're heated for the driver and the front passenger. The interior itself, take a step inside and really check it out. So engine start stop button, everything fires right to life. And the first thing you notice is the updated steering wheel. So for the LT trim and up, we have a really nice wheel. It's almost like, I don't want to say Camaro because we have 3 spokes on the bottom, but up top it does feel, oops, for copyright purposes we'll turn that down, but up top it feels very similar to the Camaro in the thickness. Very solid 10-2 bolstering notch. 9-3 feels great in your hands. We get 3 spokes too for all 3 of the armrests, and if you want to be reckless with your arm on your lap, you can drive with the 6 o'clock spoke too. The center portion is rubberized. The horn itself, Really aggressive sounding horn. People should definitely be getting out of your way. Cruise control on the left side, forward collision alert on the right side, voice commands. You can hang up and answer your phone calls. Infotainment adjustments for the 4.2-inch display. Right now we're looking at a digital speedo, fuel tank beneath that. You can adjust between looking at Info 2, which includes another digital speedo, distance, fuel economy, average speed, trip 2, fuel information, oil life, tire pressure, air filter life, fuel economy, timer, battery voltage, that's appreciated, and a blank page. Demo mode for the music, demo mode for the navigation, probably because we're actually in demo mode. Let's get out of here real quick. And now we get turn by turn. That's nice. To the left of that, we have our actual song that's on the radio. Phone, if it was connected. Settings, traction and stability is adjusted through the settings, units, info page, home page, speed warning, software information, but that's about it. My personal favorite to look at all times would probably just be this home screen with the digital speedo and the fuel tank beneath that. The gauges, it's a pretty high revving V6, going to about 6,800 RPM for the tach, about 160 for the speedometer, fuel tank up top with a coolant temperature right next to it. The dashboard is rubberized, it's hard plastic, but it's a rubberized texture just like it is for the upper part of the door panel with some gushy soft materials underneath. 7-inch or 8-inch touchscreen. I apologize guys, before we even go into it, let's get a good look at our stocks. Satisfying click. It actually kind of feels a little bit flimsy for the high beam, but the turn signal itself feels fine. Auto high beam. To the left of it, we have our headlight controls in general. Auto headlamps, of course, interior lighting, hood latch release, and hopefully you can get a good look at your pedals. We don't get a power tilt and telescope. That's available on the Premier trim and up. And I apologize for the glare. The sun is really starting to pound on this location. We'll try to wrap up this interior portion shortly. So the 8-inch touchscreen, of course, available because of the confidence and convenience package. We don't get navigation for it, but we still get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Overall settings, apps, OnStar services, My Chevrolet, the basics. We get the camera, which is super advanced. We get forward-facing camera, 360 camera too. You can turn off your 360 if you would want to for one reason or another. We'll leave it on. You can turn on and off your guidance lines too if you would want to for one reason or another. A true trailer hitch camera, side blind zone camera, so you don't have to scuff up these beautiful 20-inch rims for the front and the rear. You press this button out back, you have an over-the-top rear view with guidance lines, wheel liners, and trajectory. Press it one more time, we have a forward-facing wheel liner, guidance line, and trajectory for the front. And you can check out the forward-facing camera in general and the backup camera, both with guidance lines and trajectory. So for a sub $45,000 three-row SUV, the camera system in this thing is impressive. You press the home screen, returns us to our home screen. My personal favorite to look at all times probably just be this home screen in general because there's really not much to look at without navigation. Beneath that, shortcuts, dual zone, automatic climate control, heated seats, no cooled seats wouldn't be expected on an LT cloth. You can adjust the vent controls in the center. Wireless charging pad too. A lot of features on this vehicle for the price point. 2 USB ports with an aux port, 12 volt, good spot for a radar detector. The gear selector controls the 9-speed automatic transmission. The manual shift modes are on the gear selector itself. You throw it into drive and now adjust it between bottom and up, whether you want to downshift or upshift. Backup camera, we already checked it out, but we get guidance lines, trajectory, and a 360, which also has guidance lines and trajectory. Throw it back into park, and we immediately return, or not immediately, but eventually, we return to our home screen. 2 cup holders. I'd expect you to fit 16-ounce water bottles in there. Pass through, good spot for a phone. Terrain management selector. We get normal mode. We'll see what other modes we get. Snow mode and tow haul mode. We can throw it back into normal mode. We'll leave it in normal mode for the purpose of this review. We can turn on or off our auto start stop. We'll turn it off for the purpose of this review, and the lane keep assist right behind it. Electronic parking brake, no auto hold, not a big deal. The center armrest, it's stitched, but just some soft plastic material. It's not a true leather wrapped armrest. The storage space is impressive. The cubby itself, you'll fit 6-7 iPhones in there. In the cubby, you'll fit a bowling ball, probably a 4 or 5 pack of 2-liter bottles of soda. Very, very spacious. We can shut this thing right up. Open up the glove box, which has some leather stitch trim above it, some aluminum above or beneath that leather stitch trim. The glove box itself is massive, super wide. You'll fit 2 pairs of shoes. If you're under a size 12, you'll fit 30, 35 license plates in there too. Frameless rear view mirror. You can adjust the camera function because we do get the camera mirror, as you see. 3 garage home link settings up top. Interior lights are LED SOS, OnStar, and voice commands. You can turn off your lights for when the doors open, and you can turn on all your lights in general with this button. That's about it for the front seat, guys. Loaded with features for a sub $45,000 three-row SUV. Let's check out the back seat real quick. Well, before we do that, let's see if we get dual pane windows. We do not. It's rare to see dual pane windows on GM cars. The ones that have them are usually really up there in terms of price point. But out rear, just like up front, we have the rubberized hard plastic, cushy soft leather beneath with a very soft armrest. We have 2 tiers of storage for the rear passengers, aluminum chrome outline door handle, 2 tiers of storage out rear too. You'll fit a foot long with no problem, and a water bottle. But like I said, it's pretty tough to actually jab your water bottle in there. So you're probably not gonna be throwing stuff in there unless you don't plan on taking them out for quite some time. The rear seats, however, are basically the same as up front, slightly less bolstering, just regular cloth. They're adjustable though. You can recline them and slide them. Taking a step inside, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have plenty of legroom. Like we said, the seats you can slide. They are not even close to the farthest back setting, so ton of space back here. Unlimited room for my feet and knees, easily like a foot. We have map pockets on the driver and the front passenger. 3rd zone automatic climate control, 2 USB ports, and some additional storage down below. Again, I apologize for the glare. I understand there's quite a bit of it. Armrest, solid space on it. You can easily fit a full-sized arm. Headroom, I have at least 4 or 5 inches of it. Air vents blow directly into your face. Interior lights are LED. No panoramic sunroof or moonroof or anything like that, but pretty basic but spacious and usable interior with all the options and features you could possibly want to need. I was really not expecting a 3rd zone climate control. We can check out the 3rd row real quick, see how much space is offered back there. I learned my lesson in the previous Traverse video that for some reason you can only lift the seat back in the passenger side of the Traverse. Makes absolutely no sense to me, but it is what it is. So we changed sides of the entrance, so a little bit tough compared to some of the competition to enter. We recently just reviewed the Nissan Pathfinder, which in my opinion is a little bit easier to get into the back seat. But once we're back here, oops, my shoe just got caught. We get a decent amount of space, plenty of room for my feet. We can use this captain chair area to extend. So for trips under an hour, I wouldn't have any problems back here, but my knees are starting to touch, so it would be nice if the rear passenger compromised a little bit of their legroom. But headspace, I have plenty of it, at least like 3 inches, if you could pick it up, 3 inches, until my head would start to touch. The interior lights are still LED with more air vents that blow directly into your face. So I'm impressed back here. We have an additional USB port cup holders with some storage slots on both sides. Impressive. So to hop out of here, same thing as we did to hop in. Pull this latch, push it forward. There's no button to press that just immediately shoots the seat out of your way, but still reasonably assisted. We can hop our way out of here. It's actually easier getting out than it was to get in. The seatbelt's in the way, but okay. Figured it out, shut the door, check out the cargo space real quick, and then take this thing out for a drive. So underneath the bow tie, not underneath the bow tie, I'm a mess, guys. Wow, we have a power opening tailgate though. We'll take a step back, watch it open up. The opening is huge with a very low step-in. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall. My knee is right around the same level as a step-in, so if you have older or smaller pets, they shouldn't have the toughest time hopping back here. We take a quick look at the secret storage. We have an actual massive cutout with drain plugs. You can fill this thing up with ice. You can take this tray off in general and just have an additional foot or so of actual usable cargo. Tie downs too. You can drop these 3rd row seats simply by pulling this latch and pushing forward. Unfortunately, the 3rd row seat or 2nd row seat is in the way, but hopefully you guys can still get a good idea of the space. So very massive. You fold the 2nd row down, I'd expect you to fit an 85 inch TV back here. Really a spacious SUV with 3 rows. We get the power tailgate. As we mentioned, we'll press the button, watch it close, take one more step back, walk around this 2023 Chevy Traverse LT cloth with these beautiful black rims. One more time, it's a nice vehicle. I wouldn't want to spend more than $40,000 for an SUV with cloth seats, but they're comfortable cloth seats and we have enough features to really make up for it. That camera system is impressive, but let's take this 2023 Traverse out for a drive. All right guys, now we're just about seen everything we need to see with the inside and outside of this all new 2023 Chevy Traverse LT. Let's take it out for a drive. And the first thing I notice is, just like all the other GM vehicles, the steering just feels really on center. Almost reminds me of like BMW steering. Mazda has always had a similar feel, but I feel like the new GM steerings are actually a sharper feel, have a sharper feel than Mazda. We'll activate the camera mirror. It'll definitely help you guys see what's going on behind me. But taking a step out here, yeah, you can. Just regular mode. We don't have a sport mode, unfortunately. I don't think we need a sport mode, but yeah, especially with the steering, definitely don't need a sport mode. Taking a step out here, lean into it about quarter of the way. Yeah, I definitely don't think we need a sport mode because about quarter throttle shoots us to almost 5,000 RPM. Okay, take a step out here. Yeah, very sensitive throttle. Yeah, low end torque feels good, 266 pound-feet of torque, but with the sensitive throttle tuning, it feels like there's actually more. We'll take it through these turns. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, the steering feels very good with some serious bumps coming up. Okay, great composure. We just got out of the 3500 dually, and that thing had a bumpy ride, which is weird for a vehicle so big. You would expect the ride quality to be good, but no. It's probably because of the 80 PSI they had in the tires, but still, right here, huge bumps. Wow, rides over it like it is nothing. We'll throw it in faster than we should. Check out the body roll. Yeah, there's definitely some body roll, that's for sure, but not a lot. We'll take a stop right here, try an acceleration off the line. We're not going to floor it because we don't want to spin the tires, but wheel into about halfway and then finish the throttle. Okay, there we go. Nice. So with a good launch, this thing is really quick. We'll merge onto a highway and see how like a real world acceleration would be. Please stay there, man. Okay, good. Because I was trying to avoid the bump and I didn't feel like doing a head-on collision, but okay, one more time. Yeah, a little bit of body roll, but really not much. Okay. And the transmission has a pretty good idea of what it's doing. It's not really fishing for what gear to go in very frequently. All right, guys, taking a step out here, we'll lean into it right here. Yeah, this thing is, wow, you look down, you're going a lot quicker than you think you are. Pretty long gearing, and although the red line appears to be around 6,800 RPM, this thing goes to 7,000 RPM. This is a high revving V6, just like the Camaro V6. Well, it is just like the Camaro V6. Makes a little bit less power, but still a 310, 266. That's like towards the top of the three-row mid-size SUV segment. I can't think of a lot of naturally aspirated V6s in the segment that make 310 horsepower. So huge thumbs up to Chevrolet, and it feels just as powerful as advertised. All right, guys, taking a step out here, U-turn, sharp turning radius, on the gas. Woo! Yep, definitely gets up and goes. This thing ain't bad. And once you're just cruising along on the highway, you hear a tiny bit of wind noise, but look at the flag. It's a windy day today. The steering feels great. It gets a lot lighter on the highway. Same thing with the dually we just reviewed in this channel. The steering felt sharp and on center at low speeds, but at high speeds, you started to feel a little bit of play in the wheel itself, which is odd. Usually you would feel a little less play at higher speeds, but I guess with larger vehicles, at least from GM, it's just not the case. But overall, you're looking for a three-row SUV under $45,000. You don't really care about cloth seats. If anything, you actually prefer cloth seats. Like me personally, I think cloth seats are more comfortable. The black cloth seat does not get anywhere close to as hot as a black leather seat in the summer. And we're living in Florida. If you're gonna be dealing with heat for 8 to 9 months out of the year, you're not gonna wanna have black leather seats. So for a sub $45,000 SUV, 42,000 bucks before destination, you have every option you could possibly want or need. So if you're just the person that doesn't care about leather seats, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2023 Chevy Traverse. I'd actually, as a matter of fact, straight up recommend buying the 2023 Chevy Traverse LT cloth and spec it out to this. I love the black rims, the features and tech with the convenience and confidence package, the camera and mirror, the way that this vehicle is spec'd. You can let me know what you guys think in the comment section, but personally, I think it's perfect. And a huge thanks to Raul at Furman Chevy for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and that's for Raul. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you guys, and I really appreciate
the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you'd like to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you as soon as possible. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.